A very good evening to you all and welcome to News Tonight here on UBC TV. First though, let's have a look at our top stories.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Tonight, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni commits 1.2 billion shillings per win to the Uganda Cranes team. Ugandan fans access Mandela Stadium by train, courtesy of Uganda Railways Corporation. Kampala Capital City Authority to compensate persons affected by the 2024 Kiteezi landfill garbage slide. And in sports, Lango sub-region introduces football tradition Duong Pachu Cup for unity and cultural cooperation.
Brought to you by Uniquely Ours. Explore Uganda.
Welcome back, and we are coming to you live online and on air from Broadcasting House here on Nile Avenue. On sign language, I'll be joined shortly by Elizabeth Nakakoni, and I'm Rukidi Kiijanangoma to present to you the news. In our first story, it is very bad news from Nambole Stadium as goals by Gezala, Abdurrahman, Mezian Ben and Bayazid have been enough to condemn Uganda to a 3-0 loss to Algeria in the Total Energies CAF Championship of African Nations CHAN tournament Group C game at Mandela National Stadium, Nambole. In the other group game, Guinea beat Niger 1-0, and the two teams will return to action on Friday, with Uganda playing Niger as Algeria faces South Africa. As you enjoy those highlights from this game, action continues tomorrow with Group D action, in which Sudan plays Congo and reigning champions Senegal face Nigeria in Zanzibar's Amani Stadium. The 2024 African Nations Championship is contested by 19 countries, with the other venues in Kenya and Tanzania. Now, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has committed a sum of 1.2 billion shillings per win to the Uganda Cranes team in the CHAN 2024 competition. Uganda is in Group C that has 5 nations and will play group games, which, if all are won, translates into 4.8 billion shillings to the squad. Now, on to this, they can add more if they win their quarter-final, semi and final, with a grand total of 8.4 billion shillings awaiting the team. The Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, delivered the President's message. Take a watch.
Following that visit, this morning I briefed His Excellency the President of Republic of Uganda, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who since then, because of his passion and love for sports, and because of love for the boys, he delegated me to convey his message to the boys, which I have already done. I've conveyed the message to the boys, to the team, and the team is grateful about it. The President has committed a sum of 1.2 billion per every win. Per every win, the boys will be able to get that money per win, not overall, per win. So the President is pledging 1.2 per win, I want to take this opportunity first to thank the President of the Republic of Uganda for loving our children, for loving Uganda, and having love for sports, and for the contribution that they are giving to our team. Let's all Ugandans rally behind and support our children in supporting our country.
Now, the mood around downtown Kampala was electric today ahead of the nation's Total Energies CAF Championship of African Nations CHAN 2024. A tournament Group C game in which it has played Algeria at Mandela National Stadium, Nambole. Now, the fans were full of optimism, but importantly grateful that a chance of history is about to unfold as Uganda hosts the continent.
Okay, the guy for Vapors, you know that one is tough. That one will have to score them. So I'm expecting around 3-0. Yes, of course, for me I've even read about for all the tickets. Here in group stages we are going to have 4 matches. That is 40, which I paid on. So I'm just waiting for days only. Whenever it is there, I'm there to watch cranes. Yeah, of course, because if you see some time back, the way we've been performing, this time it didn't give us hard time to qualify. So we shall just crush those guys automatically. He has done enough. Even Nambole, if you compare to the previous Nambole and the current one, is very organized. Very organized.
I think we have the facilities today. The stadium is in good shape. I saw the team training the other time. The stadium is in good shape. And I believe Magoga has tried his best, but they have to improve on the ticketing of games. Uganda is the only team in Africa that pays more than other countries pay for a football game. Because we've paid 10,000, we've paid 30 and 50,000. But in other countries, people are paying $2. So Uganda's charges are still high. And I hope in future the games will go down. And maybe the team will also, it has been empowered by the president. The president has, I'm told the president says that he's going to give $1 billion shillings, 1.2 billion shillings for each game that the team wins, and we wish them success in that effort. I believe the boys will fight a little bit harder in order to achieve that. My honest opinion about CHAN is that, first of all, government has not advertised this tournament, because CHAN is a yardstick in order to prepare us for AFCON that is going to come in 2027. But government has not advertised. Very few people are still asking whether the game is on. I was at office in the morning and people were wondering, why am I putting on a Uganda Queens t-shirt on a Monday? I told them the national team was playing, but people are not in the know, even those in the media. So government has to advertise. I don't know if it is, they said it is CAF that has to do it. Then they should also find some means of notifying the public that we really need for people to know. But CHAN is a very good exposure for our team and an exposure for Uganda. It is time for Uganda to showcase of what they can do, of what they can promote, and our tourism and all things of that nature.
So I'm going for a match which is going to happen at 8 p.m. in the night. So I'm going to ride the match of Uganda Queens versus Algeria. So what I expect from the match is, I know you're going to win to maybe 2-1 at the end of the game. That's what I expect. And I see the team is very prepared. The FIFA has done its best, and the Minister of Education and Sports has done also the best on the side of the team. So we know we're going to have positive results in this CHAN tournament. Most matches I'll be watching them because the prices are very low and they are very fair for the Ugandans.
So is the entry?
Ompera gwa Uganda na Algeria. Ngusubira Uganda kale genda kusamba. N'olw'obusobozi bwayo genda kola draw. Olw'ensonga bbiri. Yanodde n'abawagizi nga bangi abagikola kyabagiteekamu amaanyi. Naye ensonga ziringa bbiri oba ssatu. Ensonga emu tegenda kuba n'abawagizi bangi kubanga gundi tikiti baziteekako online. Ate abali ku online batono nnyo abasobola okuggyako ki tikiti. N'ekyokubiri transport buli omu alowooza okugenda Nambole owa boda agenda musaba mutwalo ate ng'omutwe gwe guyingira gwe kuyingira okulaba omupiira. Singa bali babateke wano nga train weeri wano okumpi kubanga train yo yeba ya 12,000 muntu agamba kankose guno gumu 2 guntwale ngende nkole ki ne tikiti baziteeke wano ku miryango buli ayingira
aba FIFA ku mupiira oguddako kino ekikyuseemu ebeere ng'eteekawo tiketi mbudde.
Now, the General Secretary of the East African Community, Veronica Mwenindu, earlier today rallied Ugandans to turn up in numbers at the Mandela National Stadium, Nambole, on the opening day of the 2024 Championship of African Nations here in Uganda. She was at the launch of the East African Community e-bond at the Sheraton Kampala Hotel.
Last Monday, I believe, and I attended the launch of the CHAN, and I remember telling the Ugandans, Muje Tulumbe. In a few hours, I know you will be facing, the cranes will be facing Algeria, and you know Kenya has done its work, Tanzania has done its work, now the work is upon you. So, Muje, stop shaking. You can do it. With that,
now, the mood at Mandela National Stadium, Nambole, prior to kickoff of this Total Energies CAF Championship of African Nations CHAN tournament between Uganda and Algeria was electric as the Ugandan fans enjoyed themselves. Our reporter captured the moments.
It is a few minutes to the long-awaited game between Uganda and Algeria at Nambole Stadium. I can tell you the stadium is looking nice. The fans are here in big numbers. The tickets are sold out. I am going to talk to a few fans to give us some of the predictions of what they think of today's game, Algeria and Uganda. The last time we played them, we were defeated. What will happen this time around? Is Uganda prepared? How about the trainings that we've been having? How about the preparations that we've been having? All this. It is not only about the predictions. Nambole is epic. The fans are here celebrating, jubilating, even before the game starts. I'm going to talk to some of them, what they think and how they feel about today's game. Boss, how are you feeling?
I'm very excited.
Today's game, you try to predict between Uganda and Algeria. What do you think?
That's a must. We have to win.
Uganda is winning.
Absolutely.
Nambole Stadium is looking epic, nice, well refurbished. What do you think about Nambole?
Surely Nambole is very beautiful, and it has a very smart features according security and everything. The way it is organized is very amazing and excited.
Okay.
amazzi bagakwatira ku gate badde bakkiriza kuyingira n'amazzi
baterezeemu kafe
abantu yambye luli abadde okwana omukazi nguli ekipusi nguli enkoko kati olina omukwana nga tomwadadde ekikumi yadde enkoko naawe
omukazi alina okunywa bateeka mu ssebe babbebi baffe
lwaki mutegeka omupiira nga tekuli bbiya tekuli byakunywa.
And of course, that was the mood at Nambole earlier before tonight's match. Of course, Uganda losing 3-0. But all hope is not lost because we still have 2 more games, and we do pray to the Almighty God that we can go through those 2 games. But the much-awaited CHAN tournament kicked off at 5 p.m. with Niger locking horns against Guinea in a Group C clash at Nelson Mandela National Stadium in Nambole. UBC TV reporters were on scene by midday to see how the outside atmosphere was like, including traffic, security, among others.
The D-Day for the much-awaited Chan tournament was a thrilling one. Around Mandela National Stadium, Nambole, traffic flow was smooth, with motorists adhering to traffic regulations and diversions. The Western Gate, which also serves as the main gate, was the one designated for VIPs and other accredited officials by CAF. Most Ugandans were used to accessing the main gate. By this time round, things were different. Security was tipped off that this unidentified man was selling fake tickets to fans.
Imagine the my tickets are here on my phone. They call my big brothers, they are calling. You answer him to tell him to come. He's there. Maybe let him come. Because I've been going this way.
So VIP, you enter. Your phone are going to get for you, okay? That is your room. You begin sleeping.
Banaye mtusebe chukuri abantu mubarwanyi saba abantu abatinde abanji rero baba omukazi bamudye mitwale 5 chichukura tuse kunambore nebamugamba chichukuri nada.
Later, by 5 p.m., Ugandans started flocking Nambole to rally their support for the Cranes team, which was tussling it out with Niger.
I come here to support the Uganda Cranes. I'm very happy. I'm Nambole Stadium here. And
I believe whatever is the differences out there, this is a moment for us to come, unite ourselves and find a common goal where I believe Uganda will at least triumph and leave the group stages for the first time.
Nice that, first of all, I appreciate FIFA for giving us this cheap tickets. The price is cheap.
We are very many here who have been unable to get tickets today.
Uganda is in Group C alongside Guinea, Algeria and Niger. The tournament attracted 19 teams, with Senegal the defending champions. Reporting for UBC TV, Helen Barbara and Teddy Nazi.
Now, on the occasion of Uganda's Total Energies CAF Championship of African Nations opening game, the Ugandan fans have had no realist trouble accessing the stadium because Uganda Railways Corporation got them covered with free transport to and from the stadium. The game was an encounter between Uganda and Algeria in the ongoing Chan tournament.
At around 3 p.m, excited fans were at Uganda Railway Station headquarters to board the special train to Nambole. The atmosphere was electric as they chanted, danced and waved flags in support of the Uganda Cranes. Aboard the train, the mood was festive. Supporters sang and cheered, celebrating their team before the match. As the third train carriage made its final journey to Nambole, passengers appreciated the URC's initiative. They praised the reliability and comfort of the train as a major boost for sports and public transport in Uganda.
The best way to reach Nambole is better we use a train because it is sufficient, the cost is not high and there is nothing like jam because all of us are fearing that jam of Ibanda. Yeah? And what we expect, we just pray the cranes help us in any way possible because we have seen all the host nations have won their games. We have seen Tanzania win, we have seen Kenya win, and we really don't need to get disappointed. But to use the train, the cost is cheap. It favors everyone. Get that. And it is just it is a flow. We go once, in 15 minutes you're already outside the stadium.
Entambula ya train egonze byentambula.
But some fans raised concern over the availability and pricing of matchday tickets. They say it was difficult to access the tickets.
Koye tikati zigwayo zitya. Neza online nezigwayo. Tugenze kufufa tuwali ticket.
Twaga tubaterezemu tugeze nga tiketi kwa byetambula byote bitusumbuye naye tiketi zezisize tusumbwa kweza atandise za mutwalo zifundikide nga za mitwalo musanvu.
Uganda Railway Corporation spokesperson John Sengendo highlighted the strong relationship between the URC and the national sporting events.
Day of Chan, and as promised, we've been able to transport Ugandans to Nambole in a very interesting manner. We are going to do this on Friday, and we shall do it on all the other days that we shall be having these games. Having this train alone saves people, first of all, on the cost, but also on the congestion. I believe that vehicles were stopped at one point, maybe in Kireka, but the train is able to transport everyone from Kampala up to the gates of Nambole.
He emphasized that more than 3,000 Ugandans used the train service today.
When you look at what we had, the people were many. Now, this is the first, and we can understand the numbers, this is the first game, but we believe that the second and the third game, Ugandans would have appreciated the mode of transport, and they will be able to travel on the train to Nambole.
By the time the last train left the station, large crowds were still arriving to catch their ride to the stadium. Security remained tight throughout, with both URC and local authorities ensuring security of fans. Story compiled by Jamir Sekaja for UBC News.
And we do hope that tonight's result does not, make Ugandans lose hope because we still have 2 more games, and we hope that we shall make it as a nation. To other news now, and the National Resistance Movement Election Disputes Tribunal, established by President Museveni to hear complaints from party members, has been working diligently to resolve disputes arising from the party primaries. Starting from tomorrow, the tribunal will be giving out its ruling on various cases. We have more in this story.
Several ministers and party members have appeared before the NRM Election Disputes Tribunal to respond to allegations of election malpractice. Right Honorable Alitwala Rebecca Kadaga, First Deputy Prime Minister, represented by her lawyers, faced off with Lango Bidnowet, who alleged that Kadaga's victory in the Kamuli Woman MP seat was marred by irregularities.
I'm here and I petitioned Right Honorable Kadaga, and what I need from here is the victory and refresh the election.
The third Deputy Prime Minister, Rukidi Kiijanangoma, faced allegations of election malpractice in the Mayuga Woman MP seat with Nangobi Susan Faima, presenting evidence to support her claim.
So we have informed them how the elections were free and fair, and of course we had to give some videos to show that the elections were very okay.
Minister Hanifa Kawoya, the Minister of State for Health, was questioned on allegations of election malpractice in the Maogola West constituency, with Wilberforce Begumisa claiming that Kawoya's victory was invalid.
The allegations of my petitioner that the exercise was not fair, I disputed it.
She has manipulated the system, benefit, and people in Zimbabwe are really crying. They have nowhere to run to.
Chris Bariomonsi, the Minister of Information and National Guidance, also was petitioned over his victory in Kiteezi East constituency.
I won with a commanding majority. The candidate who came second to me, I defeated him with a difference of over 12,000 votes.
Some people feared to vote because they felt like if they received the money and they don't vote for the person who was deployed, then they may end up being arrested.
In Machinde East, Shafik Kabandizi alleged that Judith Abaho used non-NRM voters to influence the outcome of elections.
With this woman called Judith Abaho, they announced her as the winner, but while she used the gang of goons in our constituency, in Machinde East constituency, on 17th. Unfortunately, we are condemning what was there and that.
We had a free and fair election that was free of violence. They brought some very weak evidence that does not even stand any ground.
Minister Bright Ramirama from East Njiro North was accused of vote bribery by Kasisi Baker and seeks nullification of the results.
I was overwhelmingly elected by my constituents, and I'm quite sure the tribunal will see the truth we have given.
Like I told you even last time, in East Njiro North we have 238 polling stations. 119 polling stations did not vote.
Patricia Magala, the Katikamu South NRM aspirant, and other NRM members of Agago expect the tribunal to give a fair ruling.
The rest of the sub-counties were totally mad with violence, rigging, fairing of voters, syndicate use of misuse of registers. In some places, registers were not used.
The accusation, I think there were three major ones. One, that I was involved in bribery, and there is no evidence whatsoever that is attached on that petition to show that I actually bribed.
So, for me, I had no petition, but because of hangover ya petitioner, aka petitioning. Yes, the margin was so small.
A victory of 8,000 votes does not substantially, whatever is claiming or in two polling stations does not substantially affect alter the final result.
And the results, and then the party should be able to clean the system, at the same time carry fresh elections.
The tribunal led by Enoch Barata is expected to deliver its ruling on the cases starting tomorrow.
We are petitioning that, and we have asked them either to declare me the winner and give me back my flag, because even last time I won all the 17 sub-counties with 83 point plus.
Aha, neihayo 11.
Joseph Muyingo compiled this report.
NRM youth leaders in Central Region have launched a campaign, 4 million votes for President Museveni 2026-2031, to secure over 4 million votes for the president in Uganda. During the press conference in Kampala, the chairperson NRM Youth League in Kyankwanzi District, Senyange Mohammed, said they are determined to ensure NRM wins with overwhelming victory in Uganda region in 2026 election.
We formed a campaign where we are looking at securing 4 million votes to the success, 4 million votes to the success of His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, plus ensuring that NRM takes over most of the position in this country. Therefore, I take this opportunity as well to request His Excellency that the caucus members or the youth leaders of this region would kindly wish to meet you. They have a conversation with you on our strategy on how we are going to secure these 4 million votes in the Central Region, where we believe and know that Central Region is the most region with the big number of opposition, and more so in our fellow youths.
As the young people, we believe that we are so organized and ready to deliver success to His Excellency, the President of Uganda. In the recent elections, this country trusted us to organize ourselves as the young people, and you can see the results we got. We managed to have the biggest percentage of the Central Region yellow. And this is the first success on our journey. On this course we want to promise His Excellency the President that if he can trust us and meet us, we unveil and discuss our strategy. We can promise here in camera, and you will see it come to happen, NRM regain its glory in the Central Region of this country.
The National Unity Platform has dismissed rumors that it has already handed out party tickets to candidates ahead of the 2026 general elections. The party insists that the vetting process is ongoing and no official endorsements have been made.
Hopeful aspirants gathered at the NUP headquarters in Makerere Kavuli with documents awaiting their turn in the ongoing verification process. With the 2026 general elections approaching, NUP has denied issuing early endorsements.
The flag is still safely in the hands of the Electoral Management Committee. Nobody as of today has the flag.
And all those out there who are lying to themselves that they have the flag, then they would not have come to be part of the process.
Aspirants spoke briefly about their experiences during the verification process.
I have been at my mighty party, that's National Unity Platform. I'm done with vetting, and all the questions which we've been asked, I have answered them as they have been asked.
They have given us the opportunity, whether you're educated or not, or uneducated.
Deputy Party spokesperson Waiswa Mufumbiro dismissed claims that candidates have been pre-selected before vetting.
The flag has processes. Now it is the Electoral Management Committee, there is the Executive Board. So anybody who thinks that this is a process ending here today, you are doing a very, very big mistake.
The Electoral Management Committee is currently vetting aspirants from Wakiso district, a key political area.
My mighty party denies me a card. I will not stand for the position which I'm aspiring for.
I'm not going to contest for any position when I'm not given any UP card.
Mufumbiro emphasized the process is fair, transparent, and within Electoral Commission timelines.
The infiltration is protected. Not to be infiltrated is also ensured by the 60% of the grassroots of the people.
NUP reaffirmed its commitment to democracy and credible representation in the 2026 elections.
I want to tell our people, don't be intimidated, be confident, come face the panel, go to the population, look for the vote. At the end of the day, the best will carry the day.
Kawanguzi Paul, Jamil Sekaja for UBC News.
Kampala Capital City Authority is in the process of compensating persons affected during the 2024 Kiteezi landfill garbage slide. The structural integrity of 70 flood-affected households has been analyzed, awaiting evaluation. KCCA Executive Director Sharif Abuzeki has confirmed that 18 households whose properties were destroyed during emergency evacuations have been compensated. She says land has been procured in Mpigi to establish a modern waste management facility. Ivan Kahwa reports.
The process of decommissioning Kiteezi landfill, including flattening garbage heaps, is ongoing to mitigate high risks and gas emissions across 7 of the 39 acres that pose an existential threat. This is intended to manage gas emissions, steep slopes, treating leachate and drainage restoration.
This is being done ahead of a bigger process which we are currently undertaking to source for a contractor who can remediate and repurpose the remaining part of the Kiteezi landfill, which is 32 acres of land.
Kampala Capital City Authority has secured 230 hectares of land in Ibuyala Mpigi district to establish an integrated waste management hub and a resource recovery facility.
Management of waste starts from the point of generation, where the person who is generating waste stands or sits or works or resides. We all know that for every penny you churn out, you are generating waste.
It is now a year since the Kiteezi landfill collapsed, causing deaths and destruction of property, displacing 142 households. Kampala Capital City Authority reports that the 18 households whose properties were destroyed during emergency evacuations have been compensated. 2.14 billion shillings has been approved to compensate 34 households that were submerged. Valuation is underway for the 70 households whose structural integrity analysis is complete.
We have people who own the undeveloped plots, totaling to 8. So the 8 undeveloped parcels of land, all those affected persons have been identified by the Chief Government Valuer, and they are also undertaking evaluation.
To promote proper garbage disposal, KCCA is running a no-litter campaign, encouraging waste sorting and discouraging littering through weekend community cleanups initiatives.
To us, these are not just symbolic. They are about changing the mindset of our people, They are about teaching communities on how to sort garbage at source, how to recycle it, how to reuse it, and they are intended to remind us all that a clean city is a shared responsibility.
Dot Services Limited has been contracted to upgrade and reconstruct roads and drainage infrastructure at a cost of 550 billion shillings over the next 3 years. Ivan Kahwa, Pauline Ongoet, UBC News.
We'll now take a short break, but we'll be returning with much more.
Pastor Wilson Bugembe at 20 in Uganda Kusaraya. Do you remember this? How about this? And this one? Join Pastor Will B as he celebrates 20 years of great ministry, worship, praise, and holy entertainment. On the 8th of August at Campus Arena Hotel. Interest is 150K and the table of 8 goes for 3 million. Alibaba tickets available at 120K on MomoPay. Dial star 165 star 20 hash. You can also find them at Worship House Nasana, Papa Sport Machinde, and Serena Hotel. For booking, call 0760 333 132. Sponsored by Victoria University, Phenon Records, Next Media, Pepsi, QC Restaurant, Massey Christian School, Success Motors, and MTN.
You got us on your wallet. Bobby, again! What's this drama?
Drama? Colleagues, elections for special interest groups are calling. SITs, elections, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time to vote for our leaders, June through August. From village to parish to district to nationals, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time, go vote your leaders. No! FOB! Elections are supposed to be peaceful. Easy vote, okay?
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
Musumba Ezekiel okuva Kenya, musajja wa Katonda, Mukama amukozesa mujje mu crusade egenda okubeera ekirombe, manye obulamu bwammwe tebugenda kusigala kyekimu.
Uganda, are you ready for the biggest revival explosion? New Reference Center in the Church presents a revival healing crusade by pastor and an international evangelist, Ezekiel from Kenya.
Shine, shine, shine. You shine and you shine. And just in the name of Jesus.
It will be held from 13th to 17th August 2025 at Zambia Chirombe Grounds, Kampala. Time 8 a.m. Come and take your miracle.
Mwenna abantu b'ekirombe mwenna abali awo mujje mu lukuŋŋaana. The Lord will seriously bless you.
All you are welcome.
Welcome back from that break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. Now, a technical delegation from the South Sudan Broadcasting Corporation, SSBC, is here to conduct a benchmarking visit to Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, UBC, to learn from its operational and technical expertise. The training and exchange visit is tailored for SSBC's technical team, information and technology personnel, among others. The 5-day capacity development program is supported by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA.
The training is part of a memorandum of understanding between South Sudan Broadcasting Corporation and Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, signed in 2024. The South Sudan Broadcasting Corporation delegation visited the UBC Deputy Managing Director Maurice Mugisha, members of the board and management, to discuss collaboration and broadcasting development.
TV in Uganda, national TV, and where you are is like you are also in the first TV, so you are lucky to be in the first TV, at least the first TV. I think you should thank yourselves. And where you are is the newsroom. The newsroom is the heart of the TV, the heart of the station.
The SSBC team engaged with UBC management and staff on studio management, signal transmission, digital infrastructure and content production. The benchmarking is part of South Sudan Broadcasting Corporation's effort to enhance its technical capacity and improve broadcasting standards.
We need to downgrade from HD to SDI 576 using the down converter. Then from the down converter, we convert because we transport IP. We convert to IP, from IP goes to the link. This is the link. It goes to Kololo.
If you move up country, we have a bigger studio. Now we have studios like this one 5 times. Even here we are demolishing, trying to get more space and interactive studio. Originally they are supposed to be sitting, but here, because more spots is very interactive, they always sit together.
The SSBC Director of Training and Research Cosmas, Georgia Yobuta, is optimistic the 5-day training will enhance their operations back in South Sudan.
I'm grateful to be here in Uganda to share the experiences with UBC. As you know, we are the youngest broadcaster in the region. As a Directorate of Training, I'm interested to have more chances for the other part of SSBC. Call it news, call it programming, everything.
JICA Deputy Head International Training and Technical Assistance Department Yamamoto Kunihiro says the training targets key broadcasting skills for the South Sudan team.
We are working that the SSBC become public broadcasters to be built up at SSBC. We know that Uganda has also started 20 years ago and developed in such an amazing, impressive way. So I think there is many aspects to learn. This time we brought the engineers from SSBC to Kampala, and we are hoping that they get an idea of how to manage and organize national broadcast.
The training won't only enhance learning and basic skills, but will also cement the working relationship between the two broadcast houses.
And this specific training for this edition, our very first edition of the technical support, is to share with them our experience working in the digital space. They are very interested in our digital terrestrial transmission capacity, how we are broadcasting the free-to-air channels. They are very interested in understanding the network, both radio and television network in Uganda, and how that has been supported. They're also very interested in understanding the new technologies.
The training will take 5 days. Amwaeva Njuko and Shiba Nanteza for UBC.
The East African Community EAC has launched an e-bond digital customs bond system to simplify regional trade and improve revenue collection across partner states. The launch in Kampala marks the beginning of a pilot phase involving Uganda, Kenya and Rwanda.
Cutting the ribbon, ladies and gentlemen.
The e-bond is a financial instrument designed to guarantee taxes on goods in transit within the region. The system allows insurance companies to issue and manage bonds electronically, enabling goods to move across borders with efficiency.
The dream that we have always had, to get the East African people and the African people as a whole together. Doing so, of course, requires a lot of things to be done. So this is one of the strands which now affect the path towards the full realization of that. So it has got to be celebrated, because every step that you take towards a common journey makes the other journey shorter. You shorten the journey.
The e-bond is part of the broader regional strategy to enhance integration, improve transparency, and save time of doing business across East Africa.
The East African Community Leadership is a summit of heads of state. So in 2013, the summit of heads of state directed that we need to facilitate trade. We also need to consolidate revenue collection, and gave us a vision that why don't we have one instrument where our goods that are in transit can move without having every country issue a bond to secure the goods in transit, without having every insurance regulator collect differently, issue different papers, and that is the dream we are seeing here today.
The system also allows real-time tracking of cargo.
Our technology assures that the cargo in transit under the East African Customs Bond is not only moving, but also monitored, it is secure, and is compliant. The high level of automation enables real-time processing, minimizes human error, and introduces a new benchmark for operational efficiency along the East African Customs Trade Corridor.
E-bond complements COMESA bond and can scale to African continental free trade.
But the rate of the bond remains at 0.3%. The issue is that we no longer have to run around doing manual paperwork. It is more digitalized, and you can do it anywhere you are sitting, and as well pay wherever you want to be. Now, the EAC bond, some of the impacts and the benefits that will be coming in place, one of them would be the container guarantee. The shipping lines have been taking a lot of deposit for us to be able to pick the containers of the goods that we are clearing from Mombasa, and that has held a lot of cash flows for us.
Trucks flagged off during the launch event were the first to operate under the new system. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Thanks, Kaye, for that story there. Now, Uganda has marked a historic milestone in assisted reproduction. Lango Specialized Women and Neonatal Hospital has successfully delivered its second baby through in vitro fertilization, making it the first public hospital in the country to offer IVF services. Obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Nsibambi David told UBC that the development brings hope to thousands of Ugandan women having challenges with natural conception.
For decades, IVF treatment was confined to elite private clinics, often out of reach for ordinary Ugandans.
Previously, these services were offered in only few private facilities at, all of us know that, at a very high rate.
But the door is opening wider. The government of Uganda, through Lango Specialized Women and Neonatal Hospital, is supporting this technological advancement. This service now comes at almost half the cost, a breakthrough for many couples challenged with natural conception.
This facility started this department in 2024 August. We could say we have made 1 year now. We're having increasing numbers, which shows the increasing trust of the community for our services. And today we're excited to announce the delivery of our second baby.
Twatandika okunoonya omwana mu lugendo lwaffe lubadde luwanvu emyaka kumpi etaano myaka etaano tulina uzadde ono mukyala wange baatugatta mu butongole ewaka abazadde bamumanyi netweyanjula tuli b'embaale gyetusibuka netukolera muno mu Kampala na luvule gyetuwangalira.
And while clinical progress is clear, experts promise that the Ministry of Health is working on laws and guidelines to support safe, ethical, and accessible fertility care for all.
There are couples that may want to get pregnant but cannot have their own, what we call gametes. The way we go around this is through donation. I can talk to my brother, I can talk to my sister, I can talk to someone I trust. That has its own intricacies, and therefore we can't just jump into it as an institution. Like we are saying, the law is coming into place and all this has to be catered for.
Looking to the future, the hospital plans to establish Uganda's first sperm and egg banks, technically called gamete banks, for storage and donation.
And these are areas where people that have excess or people who are willing to donate, even on humanitarian grounds, can donate so that this can be used for those that need it.
Malinga and Rushana's baby has been examined and he has been found to be perfectly okay, in good health. They are ready to go home tomorrow and they will come back for review in 6 days. Baby is breastfeeding well currently. Birth weight was 3.6 kilograms.
There are moments that come in our lives, and as much as we try to open our mouths to explain, we find ourselves crying.
Letitia, they might have some questions to ask you, but be free to share with us your what.
Ndi musanyufu nnyo era neebaza Katonda olw'ezzadde mangi abalinoonya munaasonyiwa sanyu nina lingi.
And for Letitia, these tears are the true definition of what she feels inside. Chris Buyondo, UBC.
Tears of joy there, and it's a very good initiative by Mulago Neonatal Hospital. To Kaabong District now, where Kaabong District local government has commissioned a 370 million Ugandan shillings general ward at Kalapata Health Center 3 in Kalapata Town Council. The facility was constructed using funds from the Transitional Development Grant. Local leaders say the facility will improve healthcare in hard-to-reach areas.
Kalapata Health Center 3 serves a catchment population of 2,252 people. The facility registers a high disease burden, with malaria, malnutrition and diarrhea being the most common. It receives over 200 patients daily from the sub-counties of Murongole, Kalapata and Kamion. Like many health facilities in the district, Kalapata Health Center 3 faces understaffing and limited infrastructure. According to the revised staffing structure from the Ministry of Public Service, Kaabong's staffing level currently stands at just 24.5%. Previously, the health center operated with only one ward, serving both maternity and general cases.
So this leaves us with a severe shortage of human resource within the district. Currently, the cadres which are affected so much are the medical officers, laboratory personnel, the staff for the dental unit, the theater personnel, the pharmacy division.
The Ministry of Public Service works on the clearance for us to have this available 1,379,000,000 for recruitment. Then we should be able to push the level of the staffing level to a more acceptable rate, like around 60%.
Kaabong District Local Government secured 370 million Uganda shillings under the Transitional Development Grant to construct a new general ward at Kalapata Health Center 3.
The male ward. Then it is a very same building. We also have the resuscitation room. We have the intergenit room. Then we also have a store. And then we also have 2 washrooms.
However, District Health Officer Dr. Sharif Nalibe raised concerns over shortage of essential medical equipment.
We lack beds, we lack mattresses, we lack oxygen concentrators. Other facilities also don't have delivery beds and other medical equipment.
At the commissioning, Kaabong RDC Stephen Odonglatek said the facility will improve access to healthcare services in remote areas. Kaabong District currently has 30 health facilities, including 1 general hospital and 8 health center 3s. Out of the 19 sub-counties, only 8 are served by health center 3s. Under the Karamoja Infrastructure Development Phase 2, Kalapata is scheduled for an upgrade to Health Center 4, while Usake Health Center 2 in Ik County. While while Usake Health Center 2 in Ik County will be upgraded to Health Center 3 upon completion.
Specifically Kalapata.
Techno and MTN. Together, our flash snap is unstoppable. Grab the Techno Camon 40 series and get free 9 GB of MTN data, valid for 3 months. Don't wait. Get your Techno Camon 40 today at Techno stores and MTN outlets. MTN is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
Welcome back. Now an item of business news, and we go to Mbarara, where Mbarara City Council says residents of Mbarara City residents' response to paying local revenue has raised 10.42 billion shillings targeted in the last financial year. Mbarara City Mayor Robert Mugabe Kiteezi says they collected over 8.4 billion shillings and they are planning to collect over 12 billion shillings.
During the official handover of a vibrator roller purchased using local revenue, Mbarara City Council officials said the vibrator roller, which cost around 280 million shillings, was acquired to improve service delivery in the city.
Because I have always been begging the central government, give us equipment. No, they are giving districts only. And cities have always been left behind. So I said now, instead of begging all the time, since our people here are paying taxes, let us use their money to buy equipment such that we can work on their roads, whereby they will be using these roads also to do their business.
Mbarara City Mayor Robert Mugabe Kiteezi thanked the residents for paying their taxes on time.
And as council, we have tried to make sure that we put the money, the local revenue, into use. We have bought these road equipment, which is going to help us to work on different roads.
Planning, and for the other equipments that are coming, we shall handle them together when they are here. But today we have at least received the vibro roller in a good condition. It's new.
The Principal Revenue Officer, Samuel Rachinanga Taewa, noted that the collected revenue had enabled the city to work on various projects.
That equipment, then the construction of classroom blocks, improvement of health centers, like construction of patient waiting sheds, wards, many. If you moved where some of these facilities have been purchased, and they are well labeled, procured using funds from local revenues.
He appealed to city tax collectors to treat people fairly when collecting revenue.
No one should be mistreated. We don't have in our customer care charter, we believe everyone should be treated fairly, but also everyone should be provided with information that enables them to be supported to comply voluntarily. So there could be issues of maybe how we pass on this information, but it's not institutionalized that people should be mistreated, and the channels are open.
He also highlighted some of the challenges the city faces in collecting revenue and requested residents to always comply with payment.
You go to collect taxes from someone and they tell you they have never had this information. Of course, this also is our work to provide this information, and one of our key drivers of voluntary compliance is taxpayer education. We keep reaching the ground. We don't want to take it for granted that people should know their obligations. Very soon we shall reach you with barazas. You have been seeing our SMS reminders.
Sports news now, and we go to Lango, where Lango's sub-region has officially introduced football tradition Dog Pachu Cup to forge unity and a culture of cooperation. The first edition of this tournament, played between constituencies, climaxed with a magnificent grand finale in Lira City, marking the end of a historic journey that brought the entire region to its feet. Eddie Olua reports.
The first ever Duokpacho Cup, Kyoga County beat Lira City West Division 3-0, emerging victor in the finals at a packed UTC pitch. The atmosphere was thrilling as fans roared from kick-off to the final whistle. Kyoga set the tone earlier with a brilliant opener, followed by 2 goals that sealed the triumph.
Actually, I am very impressed. I am happy for winning first edition of the Duokpacho Cup. It's actually we deserve, because we have been playing what we expect.
We have had a good time in the course of the tournament. It's unfortunate that today we have lost in the final, but we have learned lessons from it.
The tournament to develop talent, promote profitable football, and celebrate the culture and identity of Lango started months ago.
To get the best, the cream of the players who are best in the village. And now we're also looking at social capital. How do we get money? How can football give us money? But of course, our theme for this year has been greening Lango. How do we make Lango green? And we did that. The crowd has been massive. We haven't witnessed this for long. This has been seen in Fufa Draft, but at least here we have. This is ours. This is our locally organized tournament. And this crowd has actually given us a lot of courage to make it better next year.
Duokpacho, which means let's rebuild, engaged 21 constituencies participating and has started inspiring youth and uniting communities. Kyoga took the trophy and 5 million shillings, with the best player receiving 53 seedlings to green up the region.
Thank you so much for organizing this football tournament.
The finale that drew high-profile leaders and dignitaries could mark the birth of a new football era in northern Uganda. Eddie Ulwa, UBC News.
And that brings us to the end of this News in English edition. Thank you so much for having kept us company. My name is Rukidi Kiijanangoma, wishing you a blessed night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
My name is Flight Captain George Michael Mkula, the National Vice Chairman of the National Resistance Movement, and also a sportsman and a businessman. I used to play number 9 and a very good striker for that matter. I would like to thank His Excellency the President, the First Lady Mama Janet Museveni, and the Minister of Sports, and also the entire team of FUFA, led by Engineer Magogo, and his entire team for the support extended to Uganda Cranes. No wonder now that we have AFCON going to be played here in the country. There will be a lot of opportunities, and I really urge our young people, the football fraternity, and the Ugandans, the patriots, we should come forward and support Uganda Cranes. I am advocating for a stadium in the east because the north has Akibwa, the west has Buganda, or the central region has, but the east does not have a stadium. I want to call upon all our supporters in the country, especially the young people, to come out and support my initiative and my aspiration to retain the seat as the National Vice Chairman in charge of Eastern. I am a strong patriot. I'm the chairman of the Pan-African Movement Uganda chapter. I therefore want to call upon you, all of you, the patriots, the people of Uganda, the supporters of the National Resistance Movement. I'm committed supporter of General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, our revolutionary leader. I urge you to vote Captain Mukula. I thank you.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
All right, thank you very much, dear viewers. My name is Daniel Mugoya. Once again, this is a special broadcast. And with me here is General Emmanuel Rashande.